Hi guys, today I'm going to tell you a story about how I confronted fear, how I dealt with it. Now, the old analogy of jumping into the pool and the fear of height and the fear of falling will go away is true because once the kid jumps into the water, all the fear that he had in his head while he was standing on the trampoline, looking down, thinking that the distance from the trampoline to the pool was greater, or thinking they were going to miss the pool, they were going to miss the water, or thinking that they were going to hurt themselves, that it was going to hurt once they hit the water. All that is gone away once the kid let go, and jump into the water. And the more he does it, the fear is less and less. Now, not everybody should confront their fears because sometimes it can backfire and the person might meet all the nightmares they had in their head. But most of the time, for most people, the best way to overcome fear is to confront it head on. Now, Latinos parents have a fear method to discipline kids. Besides the belt and besides the chancleta, which works pretty well too in causing fear, not in so much in changing the behavior. The kid changes behavior not because he doesn't want to do it or because he thinks it's wrong. He changes it because he's afraid of the pain that he felt with the belt. But they also add, besides the belt and the chancleta, they also add these ghosts or evil spirits. Now, my mother had a ghost that would come in every time meaning my mother, every time my mom would expect me and she would say that I touch myself, she would go ahead and cuss me with the white blanket lady. I'm translating it from the name in Spanish that she gave her, but it was this woman who will come in at night and take me, kidnap me every single time I misbehave or every single time my mom said that I touched myself. And my mom said that it caused her a lot of pain, that she was suffering more than I was, but that, that's what happens when kids disobey their parents. So for the first 5 years of my life, I was tortured with this white blanket lady. Um, I remembered she would carry me up, pick me up, hold me tight against her body, and run real fast with me. Sometimes sometimes my mom will be chasing after her, and sometimes my mom didn't chase after her. I was alone. And I remember when my mom chased after her, she would tell her, please leave her, let her be. I promise you, she's going to behave. She's going to be a much better girl. She's going to be a good girl. And I would instantly repeat what she was saying. Sometimes the white blanket lady would ask me to repeat the words that I had to say in order for her to let me go, which was, I won't do it again. I'll be a good girl, I promise, and so forth. Um, then one day when I was 5 years old, my mom, like always, she bathed me, she inspected me, and said that I had touched myself. So after she proceeded to hit me with the belt, she went ahead and dragged me by the arm and left me in the hallway. Now we share the same room. My mom and me, we slept in the same room, in the same bedroom, which was connected to the living room. And then in the living room, connected to the living room, was this long hallway that it went all the way to the end of the apartment, making a right turn. It curved to the right, and there was the entrance to the door. Next to the door, there was another bedroom, and that's where my father slept. So she dragged me, but she left me in the kitchen. I'm sorry, she left me in the living room at the entrance of the hallway, and I could see the hallway down there. And before she left, she cursed me. She cursed me. She said, I hope the white blanket lady comes and gets you. You deserve it. I'm tired of you. I hope she takes you and she never brings you back. I was fed up too. I was tired too. So the feeling was mutual, but I was scared. So I spent the whole night looking down the hallway because I knew that that white blanket lady was going to come through the end of the hallway where the door was at, where it was dark, because that's where ghosts come from, the dark area. Um, I fell asleep looking down that way. When later in the night I was woken by someone shaking me up, and right there in front of me was the white blanket lady. I got so panicky, I got so scared that I automatically reacted and I sucked her right where her face was supposed to be. She flinched and she yelled, but she tried to grab me again and she was growling this time. She was growling. "Ah," and she tried to get me, but this time I would fight. I would not just go with her. I would wiggle and I was kicking and I was punching. So she couldn't pick me up. So she held her blanket and she bounced and took off. But instead of running towards the dark like I expected her to do, she ran towards my mom's bedroom, our bedroom. So I chased after her because I was scared that she was going to hurt my mom since she couldn't take me. She was going to get even with my mother. So as soon as I got to the door, she slammed it in front of me and I started banging on the glass door because the door that separated our bedroom with the living room had a glass and there was a curtain covering the glass door. So I was banging on it. I spent actually like an hour. I was beginning to drift off asleep at the door, yelling and screaming for my mom. I think that around sometime in the night, I think I saw my mom. I think that she opened up the what do you call the curtain. She's opened it up a little bit and she was squatting to my height and she went like this, like, "What? Go to sleep." I thought it was my mom. The next day I asked her, my mom said that it wasn't her, but she said that the white blanket lady had told her that I had fought her and that I had hit her and that I tried to take away the blanket. And my mom said, don't try to take away the blanket because if you do that and you see her face, you might go crazy. People who see her face go crazy and people, or they die, one or the other. So just don't pull the blanket anymore. But I nodded in agreement. But in my head, I said, nah, the next time she comes, I'll fight the bitch. But amazingly, that was the last time that she came. And at that time, at age 5, I realized that I could fight back and that confronting the fear head on minimized it because by magic, the white blanket lady disappeared and she never returned. Thank you. If you like this story, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you also are a victim of child abuse. And I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe. Ciao.
Scooby-Doo. That show was so cool because every time there was a church with a ghoul or a ghost in a school, they looked beneath the mask. And what was inside? The fucking janitor or the dude who ran the water slide. Because throughout history, every mystery ever solved has turned out to be not magic.